Hello everyone, this is 510. Today we are going to talk about the Domino's and give some recommendation to Domino's when they meet the Black Swan event for their future strategy engagement. Next one. The purpose of this report is to analyze Domino's environment factor, the process of strategy decision making, and how exclusive action propels organizational goals. Through SWOT analysis, the shareholders impact analysis of the new business model and strategic leadership analysis. The paper identified potential problem and impact brought by Black Swan, that means COVID-19, and finally put forward a corresponding suggestion. Next one. This case describes the development process of Domino's under the strategic leadership of the Australian market. Domino's food company focusing on the pizza product with several stores in Australia. The arrival of COVID-19 in 2019 had dealt with a blow to the company's traditional business model. As the Australian government required residents to be quarantined at home and has clearly limited on their range of activities, business at many offline stores has been hit hard, but food delivery services are all growing in popularity. As a result, Domino's tried to shift its business model and focusing on food delivery to expand the customer service and growth. In dealing with this pandemic, the company found many shortcomings and tried to make change, such as lack of the workforce and the lack of the innovation in the production of the process. In the face of this problem, the company's leaders timely contracted the group and gave some reasonable solution. In addition, the company is also seeking to develop new market instead of just focusing on the food and the beverage takeout industry. However, due to the uncertainty of the environment, there are still many potential problems and impacts that deserve to be considered and addressed from the strategic perspective. Next one. In SWOT analysis, we can see that Domino's has a high local reputation and excellent contactless distribution mode in Australia, which are their advantage. However, due to the design of the distribution process, the distribution efficiency has also been reduced, which makes the experience of many customers decline. In addition, due to the small number of the store, the Domino's long-distance delivery service has some shortcomings. For Domino's, the future market opportunities in Australia is to increase the number of the store and sell products through the multiple channels. Furthermore, we can introduce a health menu with a low calories to meet needs of the customers. However, customers focusing on healthy food may harm Domino's product, as the pizza is perspective as an unhealthy food. Finally, Domino's is lack of the stable supply in Australia market. That's all.
For the strategy to respond to the COVID-19. The first strategy is adapt to delivery-only business model. Domino's can impress more fundings and human resources into food delivery service. For example, by upgrading the packaging of the pizza box and set a special team for food delivery. Also, Domino's stores should be disinfected for every day to ensure the safety of the foods. During the process of the food delivery, this should be contactless, like leaving the foods by the door and using non-crunch transaction. This can protect the safety of consumers and deliverers. For the strength of this response strategy, it can reduce the loss from the COVID-19 in a maximum extent. By upgrading the delivery service, it can avoid the spread of COVID-19 and enhance the consumer trust to the brand. However, for the weakness, this strategy might increase the labor and material costs and take a lot of time to change the business model. There are some resources and capability will be used for Domino. The first one is inspiring leadership. Because of the spread of COVID-19, this poses a threat to the health of the employees and also increase the difficulty to the delivery team. So that inspiring leadership play a key role in this part. The second one is human resources. Domino's needs to hire more employees to build the delivery teams and train these employees about how to provide a contactless service for their consumers. For the difficulty, Domino's should spend more time in hiring and training those new employees so that the business model cannot be changed in a short time. For the stakeholder, the first one is employee. Working under COVID-19 might put employee in risk, so that human resources shortage is normal during this period. Also, every staff in Domino store should wear face masks and gloves during the working time. Also, the store should be disinfected for every day. This is for cut down the transmission of the COVID-19 through foods and food processing. The second one is for consumers. Domino's have obligation to let consumers know the detail of the contactless delivery service, so that it can eliminate the worries about the consumers. And for the next.
So in terms of strategic leadership, there are challenges and issues that the group CEO Dom Mage can bring to the change to delivery-only business model. Dom Mage, who is the group CEO of Domino's ANZ, originally started as a pizza delivery driver and strived for more than 30 years to become the most powerful figure in the company. However, despite that he has a great understanding of the company, he lacks a strong formal education such as an MBA. According to the executive and organizational performance model, this can limit his skill to allocate sufficient capital resources in changing the business model, as well as restricting the innovation level in the new business model. Furthermore, Dom Mage is the highest earning CEO of Australia. He takes home more than $30 million a year. As it was explained in the executive compensation theory, the compensation level represents the power of the CEO in companies. Don's high compensation level can lead to him being overpowered in the decision-making in the response strategy, which means that his own psychological traits plays an over-important role in how they implement the change of business model. Moreover, Don Mage's long tenure in the organization makes him more likely to adapt to a defender-style growth strategy with a low level of innovation. When COVID-19 hits, according to McKinsey, it is essential for business to seek innovative ways to come back from the recession. Therefore, Don Mage's strategic decision-making style can be contradicting to the decision of changing Domino's to a delivery-only business model.
Okay, the second strategy is frozen pizza. Before I introduce this project, just think about the question. What is your favorite family food? Right, everybody have their own answer, but according to Sherwood's research, frozen pizza is by far the most popular family food in 2019. In COVID-19 period, Domino's could produce and sell frozen pizza in its store or partner with retailers such as Coles and IGA. For example, every pieces of Domino's pizza such as classic, deep pan, crispy, edge and cheesy crisp can be made into instant food. This plan will help people to reduce the frequency of going shopping and meet the need of self-quarantined individuals. And compare with other pizza brands on the market, Domino's well-known brand and products may attract customers as well. Next page. Okay, this strategy can reduce person-to-person contact and virus transmission. Also, it may increase revenue when stores are closed. Finally, diversify products and business is helpful for long-term operation. However, the weakness is huge investment may pose some danger to its liquidity. Also, food quality is another problem have to concern. Next page. As I just said, foreign investment will bring some liquidity risk to Domino during COVID-19 period. The communication with bank and other financial institutions require outstanding leadership from Domino top management team. Yeah. Also, Domino is a new trend to the industry. Domino may hire more employee and professional manager to guarantee the daily operation to the business. It also requires Domino's leadership and management experience. Next. There are three stakeholders in this case: employee, consumer, and retailers, such as Cosworth and IGA. Other supermarket brands are potential partners of Domino's. As a world-famous brand, they may be happy to see Domino's products on their shelf. However, negotiation with them in terms of bargaining, chain, and so on requires the active negotiation power of Domino's leader. For customers, they may be happy to have one more choice for the pizza choices. Thank you.
So in terms of the top management team structure, according to the top management team model, relevant functional experience and skills plays an important role in the implementation of strategy. According to Domino's website, no one from the Domino's top management team is in charge of product development or has had any experience in product development. Therefore, if a new product is to be released, they will need to change the TMT structure to include an expert in the relevant field to be able to ensure the high quality of the new product. However, overall, Domino's top management team has been working with each other for an average of more than 15 years. This symbolizes that the social integration level is very high within TMT. In conjunction with the external environment where customers will be willing to buy more frozen products to eat at home because of COVID-19, according to McKinsey.co, the team with high coherence are likely to be successfully execute this response strategy. Thank you. Next.
Based on the response strategies that were identified by my colleagues, we now take a look at how Domino's can future-proof itself against COVID-19 and other pandemics that may arise in the future. By adopting a delivery-only business model, Domino's can choose to adopt various delivery models such as the platform-to-consumer model, wherein people can place orders via apps such as Uber Eats, Deliveroo, and DoorDash, and this model accounts for $63 billion out of the $122 billion that are generated in sales per year in the food industry. Domino's could also adopt the full stack model in which Domino's controls every aspect of the supply chain, right from manufacturing to delivery of their products. This also includes having ghost kitchens or cloud kitchens wherein there are no physical stores, but rather kitchens where food would be prepared and would also save Domino's various overhead costs. This would also allow them to quality control their products and services and would also allow an increased profit margin as they would be in control of the whole value chain. Top management teams need to be capable of making decisions in uncertain times. Domino's needs to build a network of teams and also have crisis management teams in place who dry run different scenarios so the event turns into a white swan event when it hits. Leaders also need to be calm and optimistic as their attitude shapes and gives confidence to their subordinates. By maintaining a positive mindset and goal while in a pandemic situation, leaders can positively impact the performance and mental ability of their workforce for optimum output. Leaders and the top management team of Domino's need to have four main qualities: awareness, vulnerability, empathy, and compassion. Domino's should keep the following leadership characteristics in mind when leadership change is deemed necessary. Thank you.
Conclusion. This report provides a critical analysis of Domino's response to the Black Swan practice and the assessment of its core business model and leadership strategy, as well as identifying the new business opportunities and threats, such as the relationship between a takeaway service and the food and the beverage industry and the new sales channel. Managers make different strategy response under different scenarios to help achieve a clear direction of organizational goals. The leadership team must be committed to exploring customers' lifestyle to make change to the leadership plan. When the Black Swan event occurs again, Domino's can take the full advantage of the competitive engage to make further adjustments rather than relying on the current environment. That's all. Thank you.